Buenos dias. This is the Love Blog. I'm John, and I'm in Cuba. Riley's with me. I've got Noelvis here. Noelvis is from Cuba. She speaks really good English. She understands what I'm saying right now, and in a minute maybe she will think it's stupid. Cecilio is jefe de barrio. He's like in charge of everything as far as we can tell. We love Cecilio. Cecilio, thank you for having us. And Lorena. It's so nice to have you. Lorena is the daughter, right, of Noelvis. This is Cecilio's house, and this is the Casa Particular that we are staying in. So we wanted to say hello from Cuba. In a second, I'll talk about love, but Riley, I wanted to talk about what we're doing here.
Okay.
So First Things Foundation, I'm the director, Riley's the field director in Central America. We have two guys going into Sierra Leone. Look it up, and look right there, look it up. Gino will put it right up there. We're here because as a foundation that tries to preach self-sustainability in very poor neighborhoods, we realize that we need to be self-sustainable, that we need to be able to make an income. What we realize, Cecilio, is that many Americans want to come to Cuba, but they don't know how, and they're afraid. After living almost 2 years now in Central America and being invited to Cuba, we said, why don't we bring some Americans to Cuba and charge them for a beautiful vacation? Rather than simply give a donation to First Things Foundation, which many of you have, as they say in Cuba, thank you, it's beautiful. We said, why don't we offer shared value? Why don't we offer a trip? What's up? We'll offer a trip. When we offer the trip, you guys pay, and then we take the money, every penny, and invest it in the poor. In Guatemala, in Sierra Leone, in the United States, Kentucky, that's a new project we're having. I love the idea. Come to Cuba. Look for more information. Look for more information here. Gina put it up. And when you see it, please think about joining us here for a great price to meet beautiful people on the ground. We're not going to every perfect hotel in the world. We don't roll like that, our foundation. So check it out. That's an advertisement. But let's talk for a second about love. Noelvis, love. It's important to people. So one of the themes of this blog is that love is a part of our human nature. It's born in us and it's bred through us by those around us. What I mean is we have it, but it must be nurtured by those around us. Not a very complicated idea. In Cuba, I've seen that nothing is different for Americans. It's all the same. People are people. But there's a love in Cuba for the country. And the country, I'm constantly feeling a natural feeling of love for the country in Cuba. And that natural love for the country is something like patriotism. We all have it. So I want to talk just for a second about the nature of patriotism. Is it natural for all of us to love our country? So here's a question, Noelvis, I wonder. I know that we always haven't had countries. You know, there were principalities, dukes were in charge. In the Roman Empire, there were usually ethnic groups that were run by chiefs. There were monarchies. There wasn't always the idea of a nation. There wasn't always Cuba, Estados Unidos. They weren't always separated. But in each case, I think we can find patriotism in this sense. There was a love, Riley, for the father, whether it be the fatherland, the father himself, or the head of the tribe, or the head of the ethnic group. And it was a love, I think, because the love came from the notion that you were indebted, you had debt to the father and the mother, of course, because they gave you, and this is what I like about Cuba, vida, life. It's from the land that I take my life. Now, some Americans, and I think people in general, will argue, and they will say, no, my life is mine, and my mother and father gave it to me, but your mother and father drank the milk of the land that bore you. And so what I like about this idea is I think patriotism, love of father. If you don't like father, many Americans, Noelvis, will not like only fathers. They will want to hear father and mother, and I agree with them. But it's the love of the blood from which you come, and the blood has been born out of the land. God, in this case, took Adam and Eve, or took Adam, out of the land and bore a creature from the land. Patriotism, I think, is natural. To love where we came from. Do you think so? Patriotism, love of country, is natural.
It's natural, of course.
I think so.
Everybody, I think here. We love, as you say, parents. But parents were born here in a land. That's why some people go and live in other countries and they return where they
Yeah.
were born. Why? Because they love land.
I think it's more true than we like to say, especially in the United States. We like to imagine we're autonomous, we're an individual. Yo soy mío, I'm me. But I'm so much more, you know? That's the next vlog. So for now, I guess this is just a thought. I think it would be weird if people didn't love the land they came from. And for each of us, Americans, Cubans, Russians, pick one, Riley, who? Lithuanians. It would be odd for us to imagine that they wouldn't love where they're from as much or more than they would love even us. Love vlog. Tune in next time. We got more on this from Cuba. Cuba's been amazing. Come to Cuba with First Things, where we'll soon have an offering. Great price. Till next time. Peace. Love vlog.